Hello and welcome to Straight Dude Date Night, a show where two straight dudes go on a date and they review it. My name is David Stallings and I am one of these straight dudes.
And I am Ricky Rivera, the Greek enthusiast.
Yes, you are the only one in this room who has seen one of these movies prior to the theater today, correct?
Oh yeah.
Are you a super fan now?
I guess you could say that I'm
I don't know.
a fan.
A fan. A generalized fan.
I guess you could say I get it. I understand.
Okay.
I wouldn't say I'm a super fan, but I liked it.
Okay.
I liked it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a super. You can't call me a super fan because I just watched the first movie 2 hours ago.
But I mean, you've done that with many series that we've watched, where very soon after, like Creed, you watched all the Rockies in prep for that, and then you became a super fan.
I'm a super fan of that.
You know,
but I love each one of those movies. Those movies are all bangers. This one, I watched the first movie and I said, I don't need to watch the second. This was good.
That's not the best sign. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not a good sign.
Look,
when we're about to see the third one.
We're here. We did it.
We did do it.
We did it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you all yelled at us, and we did listen. And you yelled at me specifically and said, David, you have to go see My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3.
Man, David, you just gotta watch My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3. Everybody kept saying it.
Everyone kept saying it. I can't believe. I know the bar was kind of low with 10 people for it, but for a newer podcast, still, I was like, no. I had no faith.
Yeah,
I had no faith in us.
Hey, the small following we had, y'all did request it. So
they yelled it, so we did it, and the movie was exactly what I expected. I also theorized that the majority of people who listen to our show now have never seen any of these movies as well. I think the majority of people, we're not going to get any views on this episode. No, the only people who are going to listen to this one is our family.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? My Big Fat Greek Wedding, the first one, was popular. It's the highest grossing rom-com of all time.
Ricky, you told me earlier that movie came out in 2002.
And nothing's beat it.
Okay, all right, sure. But also, I was 4 years old. Okay? So, there are people who watch our show who were not born by then. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Where you bring up
ancient history, basically.
Yeah, it is.
They should be teaching this movie in school. That's how old it is.
What would they teach? What would they teach?
Greeks.
The Greeks.
Look. I watched the first My Big Fat Greek Wedding today, and I actually really liked it.
Okay.
So then I got like an ounce of excitement for the third one, but then I was reading about the second and saw how bad it was, and then I immediately was over it.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I really don't want to go see it now. But the first one's hilarious. It's really slow starting, but it gets really funny.
Look, I know the background because the only exposure I ever had to the first one was my mom and sister really enjoying it.
Yeah.
And me hearing about it through them. I never watched it. Never. It never came up that David needed to watch this movie. But they talked about it. Me telling my mom I was going to see My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3 this weekend, she actually was hyped. But
we should have brought her.
that's all my... she said the same thing, but it's okay. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Mom. But
Actually, no, you didn't.
No, actually, yeah, Mom, you probably
miss out.
wouldn't like this one. You wouldn't have liked this.
Look, the true Greek heads, we all know, okay? Christy, look at me. We know. This movie was okay. But nothing will beat the first. It's the charm.
I would say okay is overselling it, Mom. Mom? I would say,
Mom?
A reminder. Only our family's watching this episode, because no one else cares about this review. Mom, this movie not that good. That's from your son. I don't think it's okay. I don't think it's good. No one's watching this episode.
It was the Mom. Nobody's watching. No, Mom, it's not good.
Yep.
Yeah. I think so. We used to have this. Like when I saw the album cover for the first movie, I realized that we used to own this movie on DVD. I never watched it, but at some point, my parents must have liked it enough to buy it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that was the crowning statement that you liked the movie, was you actually bought the disc for it.
I think I think what this episode would truly be is me explaining to you how funny the first movie was, because the third movie really was not good. All it felt like was it just didn't feel like it was there. They didn't know how to tell a story very well.
Yeah, it's because I want to emphasize everything you told me about the first movie already, and what I knew about it. It sounds funny.
It is.
And from what you mentioned as well, that was a $5 million movie that made like $300 million. And it was in theaters for a year at the time. It's a great movie, and that's just objectively speaking, based on the numbers.
And technically, it was an indie film.
That's even crazier.
For an
so
early
good
2000s
for them.
indie film.
Good for them. This movie shouldn't exist.
No.
The third one just shouldn't exist.
It could have existed if it was written properly.
Yes. I can see where it could have gone well.
But we're kind of way too late as well. Mm-hmm. Like the first movie came out 21 years ago.
Yes.
It's too late.
That's ancient. No one remembers.
Some of the best characters from the first movie are literally dead.
Yeah.
Like it's unfortunate, but like the dad was one of the biggest parts of the movie, and he's not even alive to do the third one. So these movies should have been done maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah.
15 maybe. They should have capitalized on the Greek life back then.
Right.
But what are you gonna do?
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a quick synopsis for this film.
Easy.
I will maybe go briefly into previous films, but not really.
Nah, I don't need to.
I don't think I need to.
If you're watching this, hey, what's up? You watched the first one, and you probably already saw this one.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
There is no story.
Look, if you go see the movie right now in theaters, they're also putting before the movie a reminder of what the first and second movie were, which I appreciated very much. I knew everything I needed to know about the movie.
More movies should do that. That is
They
clutch.
should.
I think that's because they know that their audience is a bit older. No offense.
It's just a fact. Everyone in our theater was much older than us.
At least there was probably 2 people in there under the age of like 60. But there was a lot of people in there.
There was a lot. There's an audience for this
Pretty
movie.
impressive.
Yeah. All right, let me give a quick synopsis of this film. It's a big Greek family, and the patriarch of the family, Constantine, has passed away. And the main reason for the movie is that Constantine had a journal and asked his daughter Tula to give it to childhood friends of his in Greece. Weird request,
The homeland.
but that's the movie, okay? And then 6 people of the family go to Greece, to a very small abandoned village, and with a goal of forming a family reunion there and to give this journal to the friends, and it turns out no one knows where those friends are. Also, the reunion gets replaced by a wedding for 2 people that you just met in this film specifically. We have the wedding, the people show up that we needed to have show up. We give them the journal. Also, we spread the ashes of Constantine in Greece as to remember him and leave him to rest there. That's the movie.
That's it.
It's
Easy.
very simple.
They threw a wedding in there somehow, but don't worry about it.
Yeah, they threw it. I can't believe, because when they gave us the overview of movie 1 and 2, I understood the theme of the movies immediately. Of, okay, there will be a wedding in this somewhere, right? Second movie first movie was the 2 main characters. They had a wedding.
Yep.
Second one is they did a vow renewal.
The second one is the parents. The dad of the main character keeps saying that he's a descendant of Alexander the Great. So when they do a DNA test, they come to realize that him and his wife aren't technically married because the pastor never signed the paperwork.
Ah, okay.
So it's their wedding technically because they never got married. They immigrated, so they just So now it's their wedding technically. And then the third one, no wedding until there is.
I can't fathom though, because they had the setup. The 2 main characters had a daughter who was our age and unmarried.
Yeah, and at the end of the second movie, they set it up with the daughter and a Greek boy, the same one, Aristotle.
I can't believe they chose his name to be Aristotle.
Yeah,
are there people in the 21st century named Aristotle? Is that
Greeks? I don't know. I wish it was Nick. That would have been hilarious. That's a bit in the first movie is that everybody's name is Nick.
Oh yeah.
They're like, oh, this is my cousin Marco and Denise and their daughters, blank blank Denise and Nick. That was everybody had a daughter named Denise and then kid named Nick.
Okay, yeah.
And they're like, oh, and then these are other cousins: Nick, Nico, Nicholas, Nikolai, Nick. They just went.
My gosh. Well, I just couldn't believe that you had they had family members in their story to make a wedding out of.
Yeah, they could have easily.
But instead they did it for two random people that we met for half a minute. I don't know their names.
No.
I know the whole family's name. I knew everyone in the family's name. These two people, no idea who they were.
I didn't even know that one of them wasn't family. I thought she was a cousin.
Right. Because they go quickly over that of, oh, she is a Syrian refugee who lives with me now. But the woman saying it is the old woman who you can't understand.
Yeah.
So we didn't know.
She's my bread assistant. I sell bread down the street.
Apparently.
She just kind of loads it up and then I go and do all the talking.
The older woman in the village was definitely... I think she was a ghost.
Yeah.
She
looked like a ghost.
She was a fake person. She had to be.
Yeah.
She had to be fake.
It was weird. It felt like it was just really forced to throw it in. They could have easily set themselves up so perfectly that the daughter is getting married.
Mm-hmm.
But they decided to go another route, which, I mean, it's cool that they were honoring the dad and, going back to the homeland. And granted, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, we're on the third movie and we're finally going to Greece.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense. But it's just a missed opportunity, I feel like.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe they're setting it up for a fourth one.
That seems like a bad idea.
I mean, considering like half the cast is over 80. You better start working on this now.
Yeah, if they are trying to set... They kind of were setting it up for that.
Yeah, they did. But, I mean, it's just such big gaps. Like, just send it. Let's just get her married.
This is the perfect opportunity right now to do it.
Yeah, well, everybody's here and healthy and alive.
Because otherwise, this movie felt fake to me. It felt very fake. It felt like we were all meandering around, doing nothing, and then praying that everything works out.
Yeah.
And then it did. And that's great. That's cool.
You know what? This movie, it feels kind of like, you know how in some shows there's maybe 2 or 3 episodes in the season that are just filler?
Yeah.
Just there. That's what this movie felt like.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like we were just in the filler episodes of a good show.
Yeah.
And it's just, we're just doing this little side quest. We're on vacation.
Speaking of side quests, bro, the idea that I had from this movie of what I was watching, I felt like I was watching a collection of NPCs ask me to help them with their side quests. Okay? Hear me out. The mayor of this small town coming up to me wearing a cape and her headphones goes, "We're having a big reunion in my town, and I can't get the one decoration up. Can you assist me, sir?" And you just like... I don't see what the point of this is. I hope there's a reward. And then you finish that one and she goes, "Great. Now also the creek where the water for the fountains comes from is blocked. Can you get every able-bodied person to get over there when you're timely available? Can we do that?" Okay, yeah, sure. I guess I can fix the town.
Side quest.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Tula is going, "Hello, sir. I have a journal that I have to get to 3 older gentlemen who could be anywhere in the world. Could you assist me, please?" And you're just standing there like the dialogue options are there and you're like, where's no? Okay. Where do we have any idea where they are? Nope. But you could call my cousin in New York to come over to Greece to help you. Okay. Oh, all right. Every character was an NPC to me.
And then it was weird too when they started being like, "Yum yum, thank you for the ice cream."
Right. Bro, some of the shots that they did made me feel like it was an NPC stream.
Yeah.
Because there was one scene in particular where Tula and Ian, the main characters, they went out on a balcony to observe Greece and take in the beauty for a moment and just remind themselves that they're in Greece. And they go out to the balcony, they take one look, and then they spin around to the camera, and Tula goes, "Oh, it's so beautiful here," as she's not looking at any of the beauty. And it's like, Bro, take a shot. Like, move the camera. Have them looking out. Put the camera over here to face into them as they look out, and then could look at each other. Like,
Can't.
what?
She's directing the movie. She's gotta navigate what's going on and
Right.
act. She's doing a lot.
It felt like they turned around to tell me it's so beautiful
Yeah.
here. David, don't you think? What
Don't
do you
agree?
think?
Don't you agree, audience? What's your favorite part? Yeah, that's mine too. Watching Dora.
Yep. The NPC thing crossed my mind during the movie, and it's all I could think of the entire time.
Yeah, it's just a hard franchise to recreate. I mean, there's charm in the first movie. I think that's why it did so well. The first time around is because it just had a lot of charm to it and its own unique, like, that's what it's like to come from a big old family. And, you know, big families are crazy.
Well, that is something that I think is relatable for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Which is why it did so well, I assume. That's the vibe that I get from it.
It is. And it's a simple movie. It's a simple rom-com. There's no bad parts. There's no like, oh no, my family said no. What are we gonna do? It's like, no, we just move along.
Yeah.
So there was just a charm to it that it's hard to recreate multiple times. Mm-hmm. This is just one of those things that just should have just been left as a one-off. But it's one of those few cases where Hollywood feels like we need more because it made so much money the first time. It's like, just let it be good.
Just let it end.
Yep, that's the thing. People have a hard time just letting stuff end. Just let TV shows, let movies end when they're meant to.
Yeah. Because this movie, it did feel like any sense of just like a traditional family movie was lost through it. It was much more about, like, there were some parts that were, that had a family element to it, but the majority of this movie was about secrets and then immediately getting over them.
Yeah.
That was like the main theme of this movie, which was weird to me.
There's a lot of themes. I just felt like I was watching an advertisement for Grease. Like just a Grease just infomercial.
This is what Grease is. Would you like to come?
The only thing I got away from it was like, wow, Grease is beautiful. Was it? Grease.
Can you imagine if the movie ended up being that the mayor character was just taking you on a tour of the village and then trying their hardest to convince you to come live in the town?
Yeah,
there's no one here. There's so many buildings here for you to move into. Look directly at camera. You could be one of them.
Hey guys, this is real life. Let's break the fourth wall here.
Yeah. Like that I would have loved that.
Y'all want to live in Greece?
You want to free houses right here. You just have to come here.
Yeah.
That's it. And then help me put up the sign. That I don't know why I'm the only one doing it, guys. It's the only decoration we bought. I can't get this sign up.
She put it up like 3 times.
Yeah.
There were some just really dumb moments, but I think the best part of My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3 is there's a moment where Ian's walking by and, camera's just doing a little bit of B-roll showing how beautiful Greece is, and it cuts across one moment where there's a chicken and it's just like,
yep.
And he comes walking by it at the same time and he just does it right back at the chicken. Walks away. We never go back to that.
That is the only moment in the movie that had what I would consider to be real life dialogue. It's exactly what you or I would do if we were walking and there's a chicken that squawked at us, and then we would go.
I think that's wait, what was that chicken noise?
I can't believe the noise that just came out of my mouth. Don't bring that up. I thought we were just
hold
going to
on.
go
What was
straight.
that? That was good. I liked that. What was that? Go ahead. Show me your chicken. Show me your chicken.
I can't believe that noise.
You sounded like you were getting choked. I've played D&D with you. I've heard that sound a few times. I didn't know it was a chicken though.
Bro, the sound can be whatever you want it to be, okay? I can't, dude. I made this sound while saying it, and then immediately just was like, "Please don't call me out. Please don't call me out, Ricky."
No, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
You were Arrested Development for a moment.
That's
you didn't
true.
Know what a chicken sound.
We should, bro. I'm so happy you're watching that show now.
Amazing.
Dude.
I love it. I'm in it. I'm so into the show.
We need to do an episode, or just do a series of this show that's just going over Arrested Development instead.
Yeah, we could start our own Arrested Development podcast. We go over each episode like how most shows do when they go back in time.
That's got to be out. That's got to be a thing already, right?
It might, but does it have us doing it?
That's a good point. It doesn't.
Nope.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. We'll
That-
hit up. We'll hit up Will Arnett and Jason Bateman and just see if they want to join in.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
For context, this is my favorite sitcom, and he's watching it now. That's the whole relevance of that. But yeah, that was bro. I don't like the movie.
See, the only thing about this movie, so I think the only reason they made a 2 and 3 is because the main actress wrote scripts for future movies. Because she wrote and directed. She wrote and directed? Yes, wrote and directed.
Yes, it said she wrote and directed, yeah.
Yeah, so she did. She wrote and directed the second movie and also the third one. So you can definitely tell that there's some passion in it. Like, you can really feel that in some parts of it. It just doesn't seem like she was trying to string together a real movie. I just felt like I was getting somebody who was really a big fan of the series and just wanted to make more content from that series.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard. It just doesn't translate very well into an actual movie that's, flowing well and makes sense.
I agree, because props to her for writing and directing and then starring in her own movie.
Yeah, and
3
she's
times now.
solo writing, direct,
that's really cool. That's the best part of the films, is that fact. That is really cool to have that. But
yeah, I know.
I'm proud of you, Nia.
It just didn't work, but it just seemed like a way for her to have fun with the family that she's made, because some of these people are her real family members. I mean, in the first movie, all the bridesmaids, just her own real cousins in real life. So like some of these people in this movie are just her family.
Yeah.
So,
And that's fun. That's great.
yeah, so it just seems like she's just living out the rest of her life, just being like, what was the one thing in my acting career that I would just, if I could just do that for the rest of my life, what would it be?
Yeah.
My Big Fat Greek Weddings. We'll just keep making more.
Make a bunch of them.
Just get cool B-roll shots and convince people to move to Greece.
Yeah, but it was a bunch of B-roll shots. It felt like a reality show.
It's beautiful. Like
It's gorgeous.
it makes me want to go, but at the same time, it doesn't really do much for me in a movie.
Yeah, because I don't know if you've ever noticed this with reality TV, but if you watch reality TV, you might notice that in some of them, there is a lot of just random B shots of different areas of like the house that they're in, or stuff like that. And then it's like 10 seconds of dialogue to the camera, and then we just cut to just observing something random again.
Oh, yeah.
That's what this felt like, because we had multiple moments where there's a random dialogue happening. We then cut to 50 or 20 people at the creek trying to pull a rock. We don't get a conclusion on that. We then cut to 4 of the people, 2 of which were at the creek, but 4 of them are now trying to herd sheep. No context. Then we jump to a person who's at the door handing a gift to Ian. No dialogue. It's a funny gag. And then we come back to the creek and just jumping the whole time. So like, what can we just kind of fill here and make it feel like something's going on?
Yeah. I mean, I've watched enough reality television to know that's what this was.
Yeah.
It's like I was watching like The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, but in movie form.
This felt like...
But I think I'd rather watch The Bachelor or Bachelorette than this movie again.
I agree, and I've never seen them.
Oh, dude, it's great.
Don't tell me
Look,
this.
I'm a part of Bachelor Nation, okay? Ladies, I understand. I haven't really watched much of the new season, so don't come to me with it. I'm not a big fan of her. She's all right, but this is what I do. Me and Krista, we just watch Bachelor, Bachelorette, and at first, David, I was like you. I hated it, but then I came around. I understand.
Look,
now.
I've watched trash TV before. I understand.
This is pinnacle.
I understand that there is no lore about it. My first big boy job, I had 2 women. I was in a secure location that I had to be in every day, and I had no phone. I couldn't have headphones, and the other people in there with me couldn't have them either. So we actually had to interact with each other if we wanted to blow off our work. And every Monday, I would be in this secure location, and the 2 women who worked in there with me would come in and be like, David, we know you don't watch it. We know you don't watch it, but can we please please, can we tell you all about 90 Day Fiance?
Oh,
the whole time. And I'm like,
Yes.
I guess, yeah, I'm just working and there's nothing else for me to do. Go ahead. And they would tell me every single detail about the newest episode
Yeah.
from the night before.
Yeah, that one's pretty bad. I mean, I liked 90 Day Fiance, but it's just so much fake drama just for it to actually work out in the end.
Yeah.
Like it started off of like, she's a mail order bride. And then as you come to find out, you're like, oh no, they've talked for years. And they're actually like best friends online. They just haven't really met each other in real life. And now they're get together. And it actually works out really well.
I mean, yeah,
It's usually how it goes.
I mean, yeah.
Sometimes it's not that way, but usually that's the case.
I mean, in this day and age, I mean, I've had several friends who I've just met on the internet through gaming, and I don't know them at all. And that's just that. That's the world we live in now, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, this is my friend that I met.
I don't know them.
I don't know him.
Would you want to meet them in real life? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, they sound great. Their voice is fun.
I don't actually. That's rough though, because there's people that we know that I don't ever want to meet in real life. Like we have two friends that we game with all the time, and I've told them directly over the internet, I don't want to meet you in real life. It'll kill the lore.
I have had the unfortunate experience of having to meet one of them.
Yeah.
And immediately it ruined the entire illusion of this person. I love them to death. But
I know.
I
That's the
love
best
them to
part.
death.
They're
He was
amazing.
doing me a favor. It was such a blessing. But the whole day that I was with him, I was like, I hate that you're here. I hate that it's not just your voice helping me right now.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, no, I hate it here too. I hate seeing you.
Just part of me wants to keep the illusion. I don't know. It's nice. We're friends. I've invited them over to hang out. Then I'm like, nah, never mind. Don't come over. I don't want you to come over. Actually,
If you come over, it ruins everything. But I can't.
Then we're real life friends, and I don't know if I have more space for that. You
No,
know, let's
there's
keep it
no
strictly-
room for more real life friends. Internet friends, Discord friends, you guys can just chill there.
Look, my kid has so many uncles.
He's gonna be so confused.
Yeah, when he gets older, he's gonna be very confused. He's
But-
already confused about the uncles he has now.
But to be fair, the more people in your life that you endear to your kid, and you're like, yeah, that's Uncle David, that's Uncle Colty, that's Uncle Brandon, all these people, we're gonna feel more like we have to bring your kid gifts
That's true.
for the birthdays.
long haul.
That's the
the long
strat,
haul,
bro.
yeah.
It's all about everything is about money.
That kid's gonna, when he gets older, it's gonna be great. When he's like, oh, I think I want to build a computer. All his uncles are gonna be like, bro,
We're
got
all
you.
here. We're all here.
Take mine. Take mine.
Take my. I have this old graphics card. I don't need it anymore. You can have it, Denny. Yes.
Please take it. Take it. Yeah.
Take it. I've been trying to offload it. I've wanted an excuse to have to buy another. Take
yeah.
it.
Yeah, that is gonna be his life as he gets older. That's a good point.
Yeah. Look, everything's about material wealth and gain. That's all it's about. So
That's the
keep
only
that in
reason
mind.
I go to Christmas. You think I like going to my family Christmas? Just kidding. guys.
That's a wild thing to say on our show.
That's fine. They don't listen. They're not listening.
I know that's a lie.
They're not. No, the ones that would be offended, they're not listening.
Okay,
And if you
okay.
are listening, sorry.
All right, yeah. Sorry, but a reminder: only my mom is listening to this episode. So
Yep. Yeah. Wow, what a time. That's what we should do. You should come to my family Christmas and we can review it. That'd be insane.
review someone else's family Christmas.
I'll come to your family Christmas and then you come to mine.
Oh,
And then we'll just debrief here and how vastly different they are. They will be, I guarantee you that they will be so different.
would it be a situation where like you partake in it, or do you just stand in the corner and observe?
Bro, you would have to, well, I don't know. I don't know about yours, but for mine, you'd have to partake.
Oh, really?
There is no way around it. We brought my mother-in-law to Christmas last year, and I thought she was never going to see us again. I was like, you're going to need some time off. Like, we played games and did all, like, it's very, very chaotic. It's super chaotic. And I think we did games for like 3 hours with like opening gifts, straight into games, and this and that. And then we finished all of that, and my mother-in-law's like, okay, cool. So like we're heading out. And I was like, oh, party just started. That was just to get the games out the way. Now we got to do dinner. And she was like, oh, okay. I could just see it in her face. She's just like,
Oh,
all right.
It was 3 hours of games before dinner.
It's chaotic, dude. It'd be fun blocking it, honestly. That'd be, maybe that's what we'll do. You just got to come to my, I don't know if you'll hang out with me again after family Christmas. It's pretty crazy. They're kind of wild.
Look, I could take it. I'll take it, bro.
You can. It's a lot.
Bro, one of the family Christmases that I had when I was much younger is the most like, I don't know if people do this often enough. God, excuse me. I don't know if people do this. Okay, disregard what I just did.
Yeah.
Cut that. I don't know if people do this, but there was one Christmas I remember where apparently my entire family was having a family sleepover.
Ooh.
At my parents' house.
That sounds awesome.
No, it's a huge family. It was the most like bizarre experience of having all of these people in my life, and all of us are in, like, we slept in the living room together. It was, I don't know if that's a thing people do. If we were trying to tap into, like, if that's an Italian cultural thing we do, because that's where my roots are. But like, I just remember that for one Christmas we did that, and just like, why did we do this?
It's like Home Alone. That's what they did in Home Alone.
Is it?
Yeah, in Home Alone, they all stay the night at the one house, and then they all take the family trip the next day.
Okay, well that makes sense in the context of, hey, it'd be easier for us to caravan to the airport the next morning. You know, hey, you just stay the night. We'll just all stay the night here. You know, it'll be great. We have to wake up at 4 a.m.
Like
anyway.
20 of us all here. Yeah.
Yeah. We did not have that context. This was just a night. And maybe I'm making that up, but I remember it.
That sounds fun. I love sleepovers. Like, as an adult, I still do sleepovers.
When's the last sleepover you had?
Oh man, it's been a while. The friends of ours that just moved recently to San Diego, we used to do sleepovers with them all the time. I would just be like, hey, you guys mind if I come over? I'd bring my my PlayStation when I had it. It's like 2 years ago. We'd get off work late at night. Like, me and my buddy, we'd work till 11 at night. Go to my house, grab a change of clothes, shower real quick, get my PlayStation, bring it over, stay up till 3 a.m.
I can't understand the sleepovers anymore.
Oh, dude, I love sleepovers. I've slept over at Colton's house.
Well, yeah, so have I.
But like, as an adult, I would still sleep over at Colton's house.
I can't believe he would let you. Like, I feel like he would kick us out.
Nah, dude, easy. You just, as long as we're not face to face, we could share a bed and everything. It don't matter. I'm there.
All right, cool. Well, I didn't know that you were so into sleepovers, bro.
Dude, I love sleepovers. You ever want to have a sleepover? I'm there. I'll be your first person at the party and last one to leave. Like, let's do it. I'll cook you breakfast. It'll be
Okay,
great.
now that's enticing.
That's the best part of sleepovers, is the next morning when you just cook bacon.
It's the morning after.
Yeah, dude, we make breakfast. We
after
hang
I
out.
sleep over with the homies, bro.
Dude, it's the best.
We get up together and we cook our breakfast together.
Bro,
yeah.
I'm a breakfast aficionado. I'm there. I would love to have a sleepover.
Why have I never had breakfast from you then?
You guys don't come over early enough.
You never invite us for a sleepover.
I guess that's true. I just assume all you guys are asleep before like 9 a.m. So
that's true. That's true.
Usually,
you got me there,
usually
bro.
I'm up and just like cooking breakfast at like 8. Sometimes it's later though, but usually.
Well, you
nowadays.
could come up. You could come up and just like wake me. I would wake up.
Yeah, true.
I would wake up for breakfast from you.
We could do a breakfast day.
Yeah.
I would love that. We could do a breakfast live stream, folks. We'll do a 24-hour stream. And in the morning, I'll make. That'd be good, actually.
It wouldn't.
We could do a 24-hour stream, and in the morning, we'll do a segment where I just cook breakfast, and that's what we'll end the stream on.
Why?
It'll be Cooking with Ricky.
It's an entirely different show.
Guys, you guys want to be? Yeah, it'd be like the whole. We'll start off. We'll watch movies, and then we play some games, and we do some other stuff, and at the end of it, we end it with Breakfast with Ricky. And I cook some pancakes after being up for like 23 hours.
I'm envisioning though at the very end of it, you have your whole live stream set up of you cooking and everything. You got a bunch of pancakes, and then you move the camera over to your table. And it's just you at the table, and you say nothing, and it's just you eating the food you made, and that's it. That's how you end it.
Yeah, and then I eat like half of it, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to bed. See you
All right,
later.
guys, I'm too tired to do this anymore.
Log off stream.
Yeah. Take care. We'll do this again tomorrow.
What a side tangent. We watched a movie.
No, hold on. Can you imagine your brand being, I live stream myself just making and eating my own breakfast by myself every day?
Dude, I would watch it. I'd be so enticed. Me personally, if somebody had a whole brand off of just making breakfast, like they live stream for like an hour and it's just them making breakfast, sit down, they eat it, and then they leave, I would be into it.
Really?
Yes, it'd be something I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I want to get into that space.
Look, I guess it's up to our only viewer, my mom, to let us know if she wants us to do that or not.
Yeah. Oh yeah, what do you do? Oh, you stream. Oh, so you play games? No, I'm a breakfast content creator.
That has to be a thing. That has to be a real thing.
I'm a breakfast content creator. I just like to go and like leave reviews at local breakfast places.
So like you teach your audience how to cook?
Just cooking, just making breakfast for me and my kid. I don't know. It's like, what? Oh, so you make like, no, I just make him an egg. I just like, I just crack an egg into a pan. I stir it up.
Special. I'm not doing it.
I don't know. Sometimes I put a little bit of like maybe garlic in there. I don't know. Just let him. He's a baby. He's not gonna eat much.
Yeah, that's
silly.
That has to be a real thing. Now that I think more about it, that has to be a real thing.
I'm down.
Someone's doing it.
I'm down. I could do it.
Oh man. Okay, we watched a movie. We did watch a movie. Holy cow! It's already we just went on the longest tangent as I'm looking at the time.
Perfect. Let's rate it up. Let's rate the movie.
Bro, that was a crazy tangent. Is there anything? I had one more thing to say about this movie, actually. Because I mentioned it earlier. None of the dialogue felt real. None of it. None of it felt like a conversation I would ever have in my life.
Yeah.
And one in particular that stuck out to me that cemented that for me was Nick had just found a shower to use, and there was a whole bit about it was too cold, whatever. It wasn't that funny, in my opinion. He comes out after a montage of other side quest things. He comes out. Ian walks over randomly, and Nick's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, Ian, there's a shower over there." And Ian goes, "Hell yeah, dude! Thanks, bro." Then walks up like way too excited about this. And I'm like, I was thinking about it. I'm like, what would I say? What would I say if I'm on a vacation with you and you come out and you're like, say it.
Hey, David, there's a shower over there.
Oh, cool. Thanks, bro. And then I leave.
See you later.
That's the real line. There's no enthusiasm about that.
Yeah.
At all. And that's how most of the dialogue was in the movie.
Yeah, it was pretty weird. It was pretty off.
Have you seen those new like AI games? The AI like character games?
I don't think so.
Okay, bro. Oh my gosh. This movie was one of them, is what it felt like based on the dialogue. I've been seeing games recently that are fascinating because you are basically, they're usually in the context of you're a detective and you talk to characters in the game and an AI is generating responses in real time to you talking to them.
Yeah.
And so they have like a prompt behind them of what the character actually knows and everything, but you can get them on a wild tangent and start talking about whatever you want with them.
Yeah.
But it's still an AI, and so they're talking a little off.
Yeah.
It feels a little weird that you're like, yes, this is a robot. Whoever wrote this, there's a part of me that thought the script could have been written by AI. Honestly.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think she would have known how to use AI.
True, maybe,
but,
yeah.
No, I see what you're saying. The script is very off. The only thing about this movie is they have like they're really good at making funny little bits.
Mm-hmm.
There's just no substance around it.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, it does kind of feel like an AI wrote it.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I will say there's one moment in this movie that I was like, this is a good moment. Like the way they filmed it and everything was sweet. It felt like a normal movie suddenly. Was towards the very end, Nick and Tula had a heart-to-heart moment, basically talking about the reality that now that their dad is gone and their mom seems to not be well, someone has to take over as head of the family.
Yeah.
Right? And they had a heart-to-heart about this. And straight up, that is a real conversation that is had with families that actually care about each other.
Yeah.
And that was the sweetest moment in the movie.
Yeah, that was probably one of the only parts that felt like a real movie.
Yeah, where it felt like suddenly like how they were filming it too was completely different, where it didn't feel like an AI or an NPC was talking to me. They were actually like showing the emotions on these people between a brother and sister.
Yeah.
It was the most heartfelt moment of the whole thing.
Yeah, it was pretty hard to get to that point to finally have a part of the movie that felt like a movie, but
Yeah, because that was like an hour and 20. That was like 10 minutes away from the movie being over.
yeah.
So that's
My Big Bag, look, we wouldn't have seen it.
I saw it.
If it wasn't requested, we wouldn't have watched it. But I will say,
Yeah.
the only good thing that came out of this was I got to see the first movie, and that's a funny movie.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you, man.
To watch a funny little movie, and then I proceeded to go back to watching war movies. So it was fun.
We're still on this, bro.
I was watching, was it 1917? No, I was watching Quiet on the Western Front. It was great. You know, it was good. Dude,
bizarre.
I had the most random things just being watched yesterday while I was working. It was just, I watched so much content. I just could not focus on one piece of thing to like listen to in the back.
Mm-hmm.
I think I had gone from like listening to a podcast to then watching Arrested Development to then The Simpsons
Okay.
to this is gonna be really random, but the third one was I started watching the Elton John live concert at Dodger Stadium on his farewell tour.
Cool.
After that, I then finished watching All Quiet, I finished watching My Big Fat Greek Wedding,
Okay.
and then I watched All Quiet on the Western Front. That was good. And I watched a little bit of baseball after that too.
That is
What a
so
day.
much you consumed in one day.
I mean, I'm not like focused on it. It's just kind of playing in the background. You know what I mean? Do you watch stuff while you work?
It depends on what I'm doing. It's hard for me to focus. If there's an actual video going up on my second monitor while I'm trying to work, I can't focus as well. I have to either use music or a podcast.
See,
it
that
has
makes
to be
sense.
audio for me.
That makes sense because you're a monitor watcher when you
That's
watch
true.
things. You
Yeah.
see, I'm a mobile watcher.
Mm-hmm.
So I always have stuff up on my phone, just kind of in the background. So I'm not actually watching it. Like when The Simpsons is on, it's just more so listening to The Simpsons talk, and I'm like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Because I think last year I rewatched all of House of Cards again. Not the final season. The final season wasn't worth it. But I rewatched all of it. And what I noticed was my efficiency during that week. And yes, it only took me a week because I binged it all 5 seasons. My level of efficiency that week went down tremendously because I had work up on one monitor, but on the other was House of Cards.
Yeah.
And all of my attention was on House of Cards for a week straight. And I was like, I can't stop. It's a great, this is phenomenal. I can't stop this. I have to finish the
hilarious.
show before I can get back to work. So I had to race through it.
That's so funny. Yeah,
I
see,
can't do that now.
We're just different people. I'm a multitasker. I focus better doing multiple things. at
Mine
once.
can only be audio for me. Only audio.
I like if I'm like I can't focus on just one thing. Like if I'm working and there's nothing going on, like no music or anything going on in the background, I can't focus on work.
Well, I agree with that. That's hell.
yeah,
That's hell. I can't just be nothing.
I gotta have stuff going on, multiple things at once. That's how I thrive.
I feel that.
But that's probably just because I worked in food for so long. So it's like
Oh yeah.
I'm used to just like 100 things happening at once.
Yeah.
That when there's not a bunch of stuff going on, I'm like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm lost.
I'm lost. Well, we saw a movie.
We saw a movie.
We saw it. We saw the movie. Thanks for recommending it. Nah. You want to bring in the banana meter?
Do you want me to go grab him?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna go get him. Hold on, I'll be back.
All right, there he goes. Oh, they've been such a hassle. Thank you, Ricky, for taking care of them. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. There's like way more than usual now. How did you summon even more of them?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what happened. I opened up the door and they doubled in size. They were having a party in there. They had a big old banana on a spit, just like
Wait, in my
roasting.
office?
Yeah, no, there's a lot going on. You didn't know about this?
No, I didn't know
They're
about.
like
I've been
drinking.
out all day.
They're like drinking. I don't know what it is because they're just kind of pouring it out of a banana. I don't know what liquid comes out of a banana.
Where did you get this?
I don't know, man. They're,
That's not an answer.
I think there's a wedding going on in there. That could be it. They're
Who's getting
celebrating.
married?
I don't know. You want me to? Hey, who's getting married? Bob and Baba. Bob and Baba. Wow.
Bob and
wow.
Baba,
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's Bob and Baba.
My tiny little minion wedding. Oh. Good for them. Look at those guys.
My tiny little minion wedding.
Yeah, Bob and Baba.
Very cool.
Wow, you look very beautiful, Baba. Oh, I'm Bob. Oh, wow.
Okay, yeah, great.
That's Bob. Sorry, Bob. I didn't mean to call you Baba. Baba, you look beautiful. Trust me, I knew you were a girl the whole time.
Oh well. Okay. Well, hopefully you guys have a
good.
strong, lasting relationship.
Pretty sure that's your suit.
Yeah, it looks like it. Just dragging across the floor. Thank you guys. All right, well, just put the banana meter up there, and then someone go
good.
get it dry cleaned.
If this is your first episode onto that podcast,
It's not. It's not. 'Cause
welcome to the lore.
Only my mom is watching this episode. Whoa. Hold on.
Cut it out.
Get
it out.
Get out. Just leave the banana meter and get out. Don't touch the camera
Get
anymore.
out of here.
We had a couple technical difficulties. Sorry about that.
Minions,
Holy
they got too crazy.
Bro, I need to get rid of these guys, bro.
We gotta wrap this up before they get too crazy.
They're going
again.
to try it again. They got too hectic from their wedding.
My Big Fat Greek Wedding, the third. I liked the first one. Second one, didn't care for it. Third one, didn't really care for it. There were so many better ways we could have gone about making this movie, and it did not work. For that, I'm going to put them at a 36.
Whoa.
Yeah.
36?
36.
A not kind of rounded number?
Nope. They don't deserve a rounded number. There were some funny little bits, but just the amount of bits that they could have had from the first movie to come back to
Yeah.
was just so many missed opportunities. So I just feel like we could have had a way better movie. It was set up so well to just do the wedding of the daughter, and we missed all
We
of
just
it.
didn't do it.
We
The
just
whole
didn't do
plot
it.
was random.
It was just random. I mean, it was okay for some parts. There was little emotional bits here and there, but overall, it's not that good.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on board. There was the one part that I was like, oh, this is wholesome. This is a good moment. But in the entire movie, it was the only wholesome moment. Everything else could have been written by an AI, honestly. I felt like I was on a quest with a bunch of NPCs that felt more on par with what we were doing. So for me, this is a 20.
Ooh.
It was not. And look, the stuff that was supposed to be funny, it was just kind of like, okay, we're just kind of throwing random stuff in there and hoping we can get away with it. That is the style that the movie felt like for me. We're just throwing a bunch of stuff in, hoping that the audience will let us get away with it. Now, that said, I also don't think I'm the demographic for this movie. That being, it's from the Stone Age.
Yeah.
But it's just, I saw
it.
it. I saw it. You didn't. I saw it because you told me to, though.
Some people may like it, and that's fine. But as a fellow Greek head, I wasn't a fan. I would have expected more.
As a Greek kid, yes.
Yeah.
All right, well.
That's the movie.
That's the movie.
episode. You requested it. We did it.
So thank you for actually yelling at me to go see it. It was still a good time in general. And don't tell me to see a bad movie again.
Yep.
Thank you so much for listening and watching Straight Dude Date Night. We do hope you enjoy. As always, if you listen on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, leave a review, give us 5 stars. That would be great. Tell a friend about the show. If you're on YouTube, be sure to subscribe, like, comment. You can yell at me even more about stuff if you want, or yell at Ricky. No one seems to do that as much.
Try to yell at me.
Try to. Everyone try to. See
Leave
if you
a
could even
comment.
yell. You
Yell at
can't.
me.
You wouldn't be able to.
You wouldn't be able to. Look at this face.
It can't yell at him.
this face.
Can't yell at that.
Try your best.
What else? Instagram, all social media, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Follow us there. Like stuff there as we post what's going on. Other than that, also I actually had a trip and met a whole bunch of people in my life who I didn't know were listening to the show and supporting us. I want to say thank you so much to all of those folks. You know who you are. That was this past weekend, a huge blessing to see how many people I did not realize in my life were very hyped about this show all the time. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you. And with that, I think it's over.
Opa!